What if you were caught in the middle of a zombie outbreak with your family? How far would you go to ensure their safety and find a cure for the apocalypse? Follow the intense journey of Gary Lane as he navigates through chaos and uncovers shocking truths about the zombie pandemic. This is a story you don't want to miss. Welcome back to Film Box Recapped, where we break down the most thrilling and action-packed movies for you in just a few minutes. Stick around to uncover the gripping story of World War Z and discover how one man battles against time to save humanity. Former UN employee Gary Lane Brad Pitt, his wife Karen, and their two daughters are stuck in heavy Philadelphia traffic when suddenly the city is attacked by a swarm of zombies. Amid the chaos, the Lanes manage to escape to Newark, New Jersey, and take refuge in an apartment belonging to a couple and their young son. Tommy, UN Deputy Secretary General Thierry Matoni Fanamacona, an old friend of Gary's, sends a helicopter that extracts the Lanes and Tommy to a U.S. Navy vessel in the Atlantic Ocean, where scientists and military personnel are analyzing the global zombie outbreak. Dr. Andrew Fassbach posits that the plague is caused by a virus, and developing a vaccine depends on finding its origin. The suspected origin is a military facility in South Korea, which sent an email mentioning the word zombie while describing the disease's symptoms. Reluctantly, Gary agrees to help Fassbach find the outbreak's source, knowing that he and his family will be removed from the ship if he refuses. Gary and Fassbach fly to Camp Humphreys, a military base in South Korea, where they are immediately attacked by zombies. Fassbach slips, falls, and accidentally discharges his gun, killing himself. The surviving personnel, led by Captain Speak, rescue Gary. They reveal that the infection was introduced by a doctor who was treating a farmer with zombie-like symptoms. A former CIA operative imprisoned at the base directs Gary to Jerusalem, claiming the Israeli Mossad had established a safe zone before the outbreak was officially acknowledged. Gary and his team bike back to their aircraft, but zombies attack, killing several soldiers and infecting Captain Speak, who commits suicide to prevent himself from turning. Gary and his pilot escape. In Jerusalem, Gary meets Mossad chief Jurgen Warmbrunn, who explains that months earlier, the Mossad intercepted an Indian military message about troops fighting the Rakshasa, or dead spirits. Israel quarantined Jerusalem, erecting massive walls around the city. However, loud celebratory singing by refugees prompts zombies to scale the walls and attack. Jurgen orders some Israeli soldiers to escort Gary back to his plane. On the way, Gary notices zombies ignoring an emaciated boy. When one of his escorts, a soldier named Segan, is bitten, Gary quickly amputates her hand to stop the infection. They escape on a commercial airliner as Jerusalem falls to the zombies. Gary contacts Thierry, and the airliner is diverted to a WHO facility outside Cardiff, Wales. A stowaway zombie attacks midair, prompting Gary to use a grenade to blow the infected out of the aircraft, which crashes. Gary is injured, but both he and Segan survive. They proceed to the WHO facility, where Gary loses consciousness. He awakens 3 days later and shares his theory with the remaining WHO staff. The infected avoid biting the seriously injured or terminally ill because they are unsuitable hosts for viral reproduction. To test this theory, Gary suggests deliberately infecting someone with a pathogen from the facility. However, the pathogens are stored in a wing overrun by zombies. Gary, Segan, and the lead WHO doctor venture to retrieve a pathogen. They are separated, and Gary continues to the pathogen vault alone. Cornered by a zombie, Gary injects himself with an unknown bacteria, testing his theory. The zombie ignores him, confirming his hypothesis. Gary returns to the main building, where everyone rejoices at his success. Gary and his family reunite in a safe zone in Freeport, Nova Scotia. A vaccine derived from deadly pathogens is developed and issued to troops, acting as camouflage against the infected. The vaccine helps survivors reach quarantine zones, and human offensives begin against the zombies. Gary comments, "This isn't the end. Not even close. Our war has just begun." And that's the intense journey of World War Z. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Film Box Recap for more thrilling movie summaries.